Have you ever felt that your kindness is being taken for granted? That you give and give, but end up feeling drained and unappreciated? It's a common feeling, and today we're going to talk about the solution. It's not about being less kind. It's about adding something to your kindness, a little bit of grit. Grit is that firm, unyielding quality that protects your inner self. It's the backbone to your kindness, ensuring it's a source of strength, not a weakness. Let's explore what that really looks like in everyday life. First, let's talk about the grit of kindness itself. Many of us are taught that kindness should be boundless, that we should always give without expecting anything in return. But boundless kindness can easily become a trap. When you give without limits, you risk being exploited by those who see your generosity as an endless resource. You end up exhausted, resentful, and unable to help anyone, including yourself. True, wise kindness means giving in moderation. It is about knowing where your generosity will truly make a difference and where it is just feeding someone else's entitlement. It's the grit to say no when you need to set boundaries, and to protect your own energy so you can continue to give in a sustainable, meaningful way. Think of it like a well. If you let everyone draw from it without limit, it will soon run dry. But if you manage it wisely, it can provide water for a very long time. Next, there's the grit to make decisions. Life is full of crossroads, and opportunities often knock only once. How many times have you looked back and thought, if only I had decided faster? Hesitation and procrastination are thieves of opportunity. We wait for the perfect moment, for more information, for a sign from the universe, but often, that hesitation is what causes us to miss the boat entirely. Developing the grit to make a decision, even when you're not 100% certain, is crucial. It means trusting your gut, weighing the options you have right now, and taking a leap. It is better to make a decision and adjust your course later than to be paralyzed by indecision and be left with a lifetime of what-ifs. This isn't about being reckless. It's about being decisive. It's about respecting the fleeting nature of opportunity and having the courage to act. This leads us to another tough one, the grit to cut ties. This can be one of the hardest things to do. We are social creatures, and our relationships form a huge part of our identity. But sometimes, these relationships, whether they are friendships, partnerships, or even professional connections, stop serving us. They might become a source of negativity, hold us back from our goals, or simply no longer align with who we are becoming. Clinging to these connections out of loyalty, nostalgia, or fear of being alone can be incredibly damaging. It's like trying to run a marathon with weights tied to your ankles. You need the grit to recognize when a relationship has become a burden, and the courage to respectfully step away. It's not about being cold or heartless. It's about self-preservation and honoring your own journey. You have to be the main character in your own life. And sometimes that means editing out the characters who are slowing down your story. Now, let's turn that grit inward. We need to have grit with ourselves. This is about discipline and self-control. It's so easy to indulge ourselves, to choose the path of least resistance, to hit the snooze button, to skip the workout, to procrastinate on the important project. While comfort is nice, constant indulgence makes us soft. It erodes our resilience, the grit to be tough on yourself. means knowing how to endure temporary discomfort for long-term gain. It's about pushing yourself to do the hard things, to build solid foundations through consistent effort, and to not give up the moment you face a challenge. This is how you build character and strength. It is the practice of choosing who you want to be tomorrow over what you feel like doing today. It's about not making excuses for yourself and holding yourself accountable. This inner grit is the engine that will power you through life's inevitable difficulties. This principle extends into our professional lives as well, especially in business. Here, you need the grit to uphold your principles. In any business or leadership role, you will be faced with situations where you have to make tough calls. Friends or colleagues might ask for favors that compromise your standards. Emotions might tempt you to make a decision that feels good in the moment, but is bad for the long run. The grit in business is about maintaining discipline and objectivity. It's about putting the mission and the principles of the organization first, even if it means disappointing people you like. This isn't about being a robot. It's about being a responsible leader. A leader's job is not to be popular. It's to be effective and to do what's right. This requires the fortitude to stand by your decisions, even when they are unpopular, and to separate personal feelings from professional responsibilities. Finally, there's the grit to leave at the right time. This is the wisdom of knowing when to fold. We are often told to never give up, to persevere no matter what. And while persistence is a virtue, blind stubbornness is not. There are times when a situation is no longer salvageable, when a project has failed, or when a path has led to a dead end. In these moments, stubbornly clinging to what is lost will only lead to more loss. The grit to leave at the right time is about strategic retreat. It's about having the clarity to see when the battle is over, cutting your losses, and preserving your strength and resources to fight another day. It's not failure, it's a pivot. It takes immense courage to admit that something isn't working and to walk away. But it's this very act that frees you up to find a new, more promising path forward. So, you see, grit isn't the opposite of kindness. It's the guardian of kindness. It's the fence that protects the garden. Grit ensures that your kindness is given from a place of strength, not desperation. It helps you give sustainably, without letting your well run dry. It allows you to be compassionate without being a doormat. Only when you can stand firm in your own values, decisions, and boundaries can your kindness truly shine and make a real impact. When you are solid in yourself, your kindness becomes a gift that can't be taken advantage of, but one that is freely and powerfully given. So, I encourage you to cultivate that grit in your life. Start small. Set one boundary. Make one decisive choice. Hold yourself to one small promise. Build that inner strength, that firm core. Because when you pair your good heart with a strong backbone, you become an unstoppable force for good in the world and, most importantly, for yourself. Thanks so much for watching. If this resonated with you, give this video a like and consider subscribing for more content on living a stronger, more intentional life. I'll see you in the next one.